You're listening to Saturday Morning Media. And now, back to our show. Elf-Centered is made possible by the Saturday Morning Media Patreon patrons. To support the show and hear new episodes before anyone else, become a patron. Visit patreon.com/Saturday Morning Media for more information. And thank you for your support. All right. Okay, I think the levels are good there. I think that's sounding nice. Check, check. Sounding good. Okay, well, welcome to Elf-Centered, everybody. My name is Gavin. And as you can obviously hear, Gary and Beatrice are not here. I'm not 100% sure where they are, so it's just me today. But a show had to be recorded, so I am here. I am recording the show. And what is... Oh, my gosh.
Sorry, my purse just exploded.
Mrs. Claus.
Did you say it's just you today?
It is just me today. Would you like to join the show? Wow.
Oh, could I? I just happened to be passing by and heard over the airwaves that you were alone.
Well, I am super excited. Welcome back to Elf-Centered, Mrs. Claus.
Oh, I gotta clean up my purse. I'll do that later. Thank you so much for having me back, Gavin.
Of course.
Where is everyone?
That's the thing. I don't know. I'm wondering, did you send Gary on some sort of secret mission? I know he's been working for you, and I know you guys went to Japan. Is he somewhere? Maybe you know where he is?
Well, if it's a secret, I probably shouldn't say where he is. But I will just say that he's learning all about Thai food. That's all I'm going to say.
Wow. Well, I'm excited for whatever recipes he's going to have when he comes back.
Well, I'm hoping one of my favorites is pad Thai.
Mm-hmm.
And what are those other things? The dumplings, and oh my gosh, they do the best sweet and sour soup over there, which is fabulous during a cold winter season if everyone isn't feeling well.
Right.
So that's all I'm going to say. I don't think I've given away too much.
Okay. Well, I'm excited to when Gary gets back and we hear this story. And Beatrice, not 100% sure where she is, but I did know a few months ago she auditioned for a pretty big show. And so I'm wondering if perhaps she is, maybe she got a call back or something and couldn't be here today.
And I bet she had to sign some sort of NDA. You know what that stands for, don't you?
Non-disclosure
agreement.
Yeah.
So we can't know where she is or what she's doing or even what she's wearing or who knows what color her hair is now.
She may have dyed it for the job. I don't know.
Well, I wish her the best of luck. I never thought she had that much talent, but somebody did, obviously.
Well, I mean, once, she got over we shouldn't even mention it, but the embarrassment at the dance, which we shouldn't even really talk about. But
she's got the cutest little keister. That's all I'm going to say. And I believe I've said that on the air before, so it's not like it's a secret.
There you go. Well, Mrs. Claus, this is so exciting having you here. Happy summer. We are deep in the middle of summer.
Oh, my gosh. I am so ready for it to be over.
Really? You don't like summer? You're not a fan?
No, I'm a cold weather gal. Yeah. I love the blubber that just comes over my body. I do not like being thin in the summertime.
Yeah. So you actually go for a summer body, and that's what you do when you...
It happens. I'm like an animal. I lose my chub during the summer and I get it during the winter. I have to belt everything. I have to belt the ankles of my pants. I have to belt my dresses to cinch them in so that, they look like they fit. Otherwise, I'm wearing a sack.
Do you have to belt your belts?
I have to belt my belts.
Wow.
That's not easy because you've got to find a bigger belt than the belts you have. And I do not want to spend more money on clothes. You know me. I like to drive it till it drops.
That's right. Well, you look fantastic. You look fantastic, no matter what the season, Mrs. Claus. That's what I'll say.
Are my cheeks a little hollow?
No, I think you look great.
Thank you.
Well, and the weather has been a little bit warmer. We've come up. It's like negative 30. So we've warmed up a little bit, but.
It's just enough to make the chub fly off.
Right. It's like when I went one time on vacation, I don't know why I did this, but I went on vacation to Las Vegas down in the States.
Oh, what were you thinking?
Exactly. And I stayed there for a better part of a month, and I stayed there for so long that I realized, like, my body got accustomed to the heat almost.
Oh.
And, like, it was mostly over 100 degrees each day. And then the one day it was like 99 degrees. I was outside. I was like, it's actually pretty nice out today.
Oh.
Even though it was 99 degrees, I was like, oh, this feels refreshing. I'm going to have to put on a sweatshirt.
Isn't the body amazing? The
It
way
is.
it can acclimate to whatever its environment is.
Yeah.
Modern science. Or maybe it's not modern science. It's, I guess, just our bodies. They've been around for quite some time, actually.
Yes, well, and elf physiology, if I'm saying that correctly, is a little
believe you
different
are.
from, all of us who live up here at the North Pole. We kind of have unique metabolisms and bodies and stuff like that, as opposed to humans and things like that. But, it's fascinating. I didn't study too much about it in school. I got into an AP biology class when I was in high school.
Why would you do that?
Exactly. I was bored out of my mind. And the teacher was a nice gentleman, but I remember a year or so later, he got arrested because he was drunk on the train tracks. But other than that, I mean, I probably should not get too much into that story.
Well, I have a lot of sympathy for those who imbibe. I don't want to go in too much of it here, but if anyone's interested, you can please contact me and I will offer my services as a sponsor if you struggle with that sort of thing. But that's all I'm going to say about that because it is an anonymous program. Yes. Not this one specifically, but the one I'm referring to. Anyways, we're kind of like turtles. Our metabolisms are very, very slow.
Yeah. Yeah, and it takes a while to warm. That's why it takes a while to warm up. Like when you come in out of the snow and you get near the fire, I got to sit there for days.
Why do you think he was drunk on the tracks?
I don't know. He was in his car and he drove his car onto the train tracks, and I don't know why. Luckily, he was okay. There was no issue.
I'm just happy to hear that he wasn't outside in the elements drunk on the tracks. That's where my brain went. I guess because that's where I was once. But enough about me.
Well, you mentioned you're willing to sponsor everybody. Your work with penguins has been legendary. You were dropping lizards with parachutes.
Yes,
you did that whole thing. I need to ask, what is the cause that Mrs. Claus, the Claus cause, if you will?
Oh my God, that's rich. The Claus cause. That's going to be the name of my new cause. The Claus cause.
I love it.
Sorry, I'm overexcited. Forgive me.
What are you working on now?
Well, it's difficult for me to talk about, but I love penguins. I love lizards. I love turtles. You've heard me talk about turtles.
Yep.
I want more dogs up here at the North Pole.
Really?
There aren't enough dogs. I am so sick of reindeers. They're huge. Is that the plural, reindeers or reindeer?
Reindeer, I think.
It's just, I don't need to add an S to it, right?
Well, you must have loved the dog sled races we had earlier in the month where the elves pulled the dogs. You must have loved that, and now you want more dogs up here.
It was cute, and it was fine, but I like a big dog. A big dog. I like a big dog. Those were the teeny tiniest, scruffiest looking things I've ever seen.
Yeah.
I like a dog that almost says hello.
Like a Malamute? Am I saying that right?
I like a Malamute. I like a Shepherd. I like a Doberman. I like what are those things? The Wolfhounds.
It's like a Pyrenees. Like, aren't they like
yes,
the Great Pyrenees?
I love
the big
a Great Pyrenees, and I love, speaking of great, how about a Dane? A Great Dane.
Yeah.
Now, they're from Denmark, so they're used to the cold.
There you go. St. Bernard, too. They're always tromping around in the snow with their little flasks.
Well, I think you've just noticed why I don't have a particular affinity for St. Bernards. They have those flasks.
I see. Okay.
Now, if the flasks had grape juice or ginger ale or maybe Yahoo in it, or is it Yoo-hoo?
Yahoo.
Yoo-hoo, whatever. Or hot chocolate, I'd be okay. But invariably, it's brandy.
Well, I think you can fill it with whatever you want. If it's your dog, you can fill. I mean, I don't think the dogs fill it themselves. Like, well, I gotta Put some brandy in here.
Oh my gosh, talk about somebody I'd love to sponsor would be a bunch of St. Bernards. A bunch of drunk St. Bernards. Oh my God, I think I'd be in heaven. That would be my cause. That's my cause clause. I would sponsor
Alcoholic
dog.
Booze hounds. Oh, I think we found it. This is your new calling.
Oh, I'm running out of them. And after a while, all I want to do is go on a silent retreat somewhere to not have to talk about what my causes are. I'm kind of like Michelle Obama. I did not want Mr. Claus to become Mr. Claus, just like she wasn't really hip on the whole presidential politic thing.
Yeah.
Although I do like her. She's a lovely woman. Beautiful smile and hair.
Yes. She's one of, we should invite them up to the North Pole, have a little vacation.
Oh my gosh. He's from Hawaii.
That's true. She may not like it.
She's from the south side of Chicago, so she's used to the cold. But you know what? If he's truly who he says he is, a man for all seasons, he would, he did live in Chicago. So yes, let's invite them up.
That sounds great.
What could the ruse be? We've got to do something. Because they now have a production company. They're involved in Hollywood.
I know.
So I'm starting to wonder if maybe they're a little shallow.
Maybe we could invite them up to pitch them on the idea of a North Pole reality show.
Oh my God.
Sponsored by produced by the Obamas.
Gavin?
Mm-hmm.
Gavin? Mm-hmm. You're a genius.
Well,
oh my gosh, think about it. There's nothing like that ever, anywhere. Have you seen anything other than here?
Not at North Pole, no.
It's time to think big, Gavin.
I think we can
go
do it.
Big or stay home. That's what I always say.
Well, luckily, my house is just right down the street, so if I need to stay home, I can just go there.
Well, then how about this one? Drive it like you stole it. Okay, if you're not living on the edge, if you're not living on the edge, you're taking up too much room. That's more in keeping, because we're kind of on the edge of the world up here.
This reminds me, how is your book of inspirational quotes coming along?
There is so much out there. This book, if I don't hurry up and finish it, is going to be 8,042 pages long.
That's a lot of inspiration.
Oh, I think, I'm taking from Ralph Waldo Emerson. I'm taking from Joe Biden. I'm taking from, what's that? Not Rand Paul, the other one. He just died. Not RuPaul, although RuPaul does have some great inspirational quotes.
Rand McNally?
No, maybe it is Rand McNally. Oh, Ross Perot. That's what I meant to say. Now, that's a folksy dude.
He was, but he had a witticism for everything.
But there's so much out there. So many people are living their best life.
Yeah. Is that in there, live your best life? Is that...
Did I just say that, or did somebody else come? Somebody else must have come up.
I think I've heard that.
Yeah, I steal from people all the time.
Well, I think we'll change the subject so that you don't get in
that's
trouble.
right. I'm breaking the law, breaking the law.
That's a good one. Put that one in there.
Oh my gosh, these pearls of wisdom are just flying out of my mouth.
Well,
I had too much coffee today. Can you tell?
Well, I can't believe how fast you got over here. I am so excited that you're here. I would like to know if you are planning to go. Of course, in August, on August 12th, we have the big community outreach fair. Yes. And if you are going to be having, it's the community outreach fair and furniture swap. So if you have furniture that you want to swap with somebody else, you can bring it. Will we see any items from the main house in the furniture swap?
Would you believe I have a futon that is over 32 years old?
Oh, my gosh.
Mr. Claus will not let me get rid of it because just in case somebody comes to visit, whether it be a dog or a person, it is a full, so it will sleep two people comfortably. I can't stand that thing. I've tried putting a washable coverlet over it. It is so darn heavy. The problem is I can't get it out of the house.
Yeah.
Gavin?
Yes.
Could I entrust upon your manly strength sometime when Mr. Claus is taking a nap to help me get that sucker, pardon my language, out of the house?
Will he be on it taking a nap, or he'll be napping elsewhere, and then we can take it out? Because I am strong. Thank you for noticing my muscles, but I don't also, I'm not that strong.
I can't promise that.
Okay.
I will say this, he's a heavy sleeper. Now, Gary, I wonder...
He could help.
If Gary's back from where... I wonder if Gary could help. We'd really need a fourth person, though, and I'm not even going to think about Beatrix. She's just the teeniest little thing.
Well, maybe we could ask Zeta's boyfriend. I could go over and ask.
Zeta's boyfriend?
Yeah, he works in the mechanic shop in the sleigh shop.
Oh, so he's out of prison then.
What?
Oh.
I did not know this.
Oh. Well, he's the nicest fella.
Yeah.
But he does enjoy contraband. And I'm not, nothing of a salacious drug nature. It's not that, but he just likes selling, counterfeit toys. He got involved in that and he got caught. And if you've got a G.I. Joe, it has to be licensed.
That's right.
Those brat dolls, they have to be licensed. You can't just sell counterfeit or, Monopoly.
It's like you go into the 99-cent store and you see these things and you go, this is not an officially licensed Spider-Man.
No, they look legit until you see only $4.99. And then that's not even going to cover the licensing fees.
All right. Well, I don't know if he can help us, but I'm sure Gary and I can help you.
He's got some brute strength, though. I will say that. Yeah. I have noticed his tattoos. They're charming. I mean, there are his mother, his father, his favorite reindeer. I mean, they're all over him, but... Well, maybe he'll be out soon. I wonder if I should call someone.
Well, we'll get your futon out before the big community outreach fair and furniture swap.
Because that'll go for, I think I can get a lot of money for that thing.
Yeah.
I paid $900 for it. Granted, it was 30 years ago.
Well,
I can't believe the mattress twice.
I can't believe you bought a futon when you were 1 year old. I cannot believe that you bought a futon when you were only that old.
And why do I love you so much, Gavin? You stop flirting with me right now.
I will.
We're
yes,
alone in this studio. There's nobody else around.
I'm not flirting with you.
Yes, you are.
Oh, dear.
Stop it right now.
All right. Well, the good thing about the furniture swap is that you can sell it. Somebody could buy it, but also somebody wants a futon, but they're giving away a credenza, and you could do a little swap-a-roo. I don't know if you're in the market for any furniture, but you can swap it.
I love a good credenza.
Yeah.
That's a really good idea, to be honest with you. I probably shouldn't say this on the air, but I was going to give that thing away. I just want it out of the house.
Well, we will get it out of the house for you.
But a credenza, I'd also like, I'd love a new ottoman that I can hide stuff from Mr. Claus in. His snacks, this Cape Cod potato chip fetish he has.
Yeah.
Even though it's reduced fat, he feels because it's reduced fat, he can eat 2 bags instead of his normal, 3, and he's still getting away with it.
Yeah.
So I need to, because I like those things too.
Yeah. Well, I am bringing to the fair, I have 3 footstools, but I have 4, but I only have 1 chair you can really use a footstool with. So I'm bringing the other 3 to the thing, and I'm hoping to get one of those antique roll-top desks. I would love one of those roll-top desks.
Oh, yes.
So I could roll it up and pretend I'm in the 40s, a newspaper.
Oh.
Yeah, I gotta get the new issue out.
And you're a detective on a case. You know what? I'm wondering, in the back of my garage, I think I have a roll-top desk that belonged to my grandmother. I think that sucker's dated 1927.
Hokey smokes, I would love it.
Oh, nothing would make me happier than to get, how much are you willing to spend for a roll-top desk from 1927? Or, wait a minute.
Yeah.
What else do you have besides footstools?
Well, I just have those footstools, and I don't think they would work for you or Mr. Claus because they're elf-sized footstools.
That's
so
okay.
They would just
I can
be
use them for my feet.
Thimbles for you guys.
Are any of them alike?
Yeah, they're all alike.
They're all alike.
They're all alike. They are they're covered in a yellow, like a dull yellow fabric.
So that's kind of like a naga hide, or is it like an ultra suede?
That's like a fuzzy kind of not velvety, but sort of a little fabric. It's I will say they were my parents from the late 70s. So if that gives you an inkling of what they were.
Well, yellow's a bright color, bright happy color, and you know what? This is going to sound weird, but you've seen my feet and you've seen Mr. Claus's feet. Sometimes we argue over who's going to get the footstool. I've had to put my feet up on the coffee table, which is so déclassé. But if I had 2 matching footstools, I could put 1 foot on one foot on the other.
I won't even bring them to the swap. I'll just bring them directly to your house.
And then, in exchange, you will help me get that blasted futon.
Yes.
And I will give you the roll-top desk.
I love it.
It's a win-win for everyone.
This is what the furniture swap is all about, ladies and gentlemen. This is how it works.
Oh, thank
so make sure
God.
that you go to the furniture swap on August 12th. And you know what we'll do to like kind of cover it up is, as you know, my job this year is removing icicles. So I'll just come by as if I'm removing the icicles from your house. Like if someone's like, well, what's he doing here? That's not a very good Santa impression.
Somebody stole the caution falling icicles sign that I had in front of my house. I'll find a way of getting rid of it, and you're there to replace the sign.
Yes.
And check on the icicles.
Remove the icicles, and then we'll move the futon, get the desk. I'll bring the footstools. This is it.
Oh my
We got
gosh.
it. I'm so happy you came by today.
I am so happy I came by, and I'm going to start hanging out around here more. Do you need like an intern?
Well, I think you're more experienced than being an intern. You had your own show on this station for so long, your call-in show.
Yeah, but I want to know what you do with all those bright colored buttons, like that lever. Why does that go up and down?
Well, this is the volume. It makes things louder or softer.
But what
but,
about
all these little things? It's like if I push one of these buttons,
hello, sailor?
you can't hear that, but it made like a little creepy noise.
What does the green one
noise.
do?
Well, the green one, let's see.
Hello,
It's a
sailor?
sad trombone.
Oh, okay. The purple one.
This one? Crickets. It's like that one I'm waiting for Gary to tell a joke, and I'll just hit that one, and it's crickets.
Okay, the yellow one?
The yellow one. This show is copyright. That is it's a stored thing from it's me. It's me talking. It's like because I get really tired at the end of shows. And so what I did was I recorded like my outro to the show, and I just push that, and then I don't have to talk, and I can just relax.
Do you have a button that does this?
No, but I can program it.
Ooh, really? How
Yeah.
about a button that does this?
I can program it, and I can change the colors of the buttons too.
Whoop, whoop. Can you do that one?
I don't think I need a button. I think I just need you in here. Very good.
Whew, I'm exhausted.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, as we wrap up here, we want to tell you about the weather. It is the summer, so you can look for negative 29 degrees.
Ooh, I'm roasting over here.
Flurries out of the east. It's going to be that way all week. We will see you August 12th for the big community outreach fair and furniture swap. Mrs. Claus, thank you so much for coming to the show today.
Thank you for having me anytime, Gavin. You know, you have a special place in my heart.
Oh, thank you. Well, let me tell you, if Gary and Beatrice don't show up, it'll be you and me. This will be the new series.
It'll be our show.
That's right. Well, thank you for tuning in to Elf Centered. My name is Gavin.
And I'm Mrs. Claus. And don't forget, the Claus cause.
For Booze Hounds.
That.
I love it. Have you ever seen... I saw a Pomeranian once take a lick out of a whiskey glass, just like a little shot glass, and then it was all over. It was that Pomeranian was stumbling around.
They're such teeny dogs. They don't need much to get hopped up.
No.
No. Oh, who would do such a thing? Or a teacup poodle? Can you imagine? Just a thimbleful was all they would need to be, I just hate alcohol.
Maybe that would stop their shakes, though. I mean, those teacup poodles, a lot of times, they shake so much.
I don't like a little dog, and that's a sorry excuse for an animal.
Yeah.
There, I said it. It's out there.
That's why I have penguins. This episode of Elf Centered was completely improvised by Grant Baciocco and special guest Leslee Harman as Mrs. Claus. Music for this episode by Kevin MacLeod. This episode was edited by Steven Staver. Elf Centered is a production of Saturday Morning Media and made possible by the Saturday Morning Media Patreon patrons who've gone to patreon.com/Saturday Morning Media and set up a monthly pledge for as little as $1 a month. Patrons get new episodes before they are released, behind-the-scenes information about the show, and exclusive bonus episodes. If you'd like to support this show and the other fun content from Saturday Morning Media, become a patron. Head on over to patreon.com/Saturday Morning Media and set up your monthly pledge today. You can also tell a friend about the show or leave the show a review on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google Play, or wherever you get your podcasts. Thank you so much for listening. Elf Centered is copyright 2019 Saturday Morning Media, Grant Baciocco, executive producer, all rights reserved. www.saturdaymorningmedia.com.
You've been listening to Saturday Morning Media. Stay tuned. We'll be right back.